Hey, hey, True Believers England team here. I was going to do a live stream with Dom. We just didn't connect. If he wants to jump on, I sent the link. I decided to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. I figured I was going to change my tourist YouTube channel into a movie channel, and I figured, what the heck? I decided to rank the movies I've seen in 2026. I wanted to do this for quite a while now. That and go through my years of alive, like 1970 all the way to now, doing the top tens. But first thing first, I was going to do the entire list. I've seen 66 movies this year, and I was going to do the entire list, but StreamYard doesn't let me put 66 images on here, so I cut it in half. 33. That's it. Obviously, I haven't seen everything. There are some big movies I haven't seen yet, like Disclosure Day, the Citizen Vigilante that's going around right now. Haven't seen that, but will, and that'll, I guess, be on the next one, or I'll just do it its own review and such. And that's if it's not on here, more than likely I either saw it late. Oh, I didn't even put Moana on here. I did see that one. I put the same day I saw Minions, Moana, Young Washington, and something else. And I didn't. Backrooms. I put everything but Moana on here. It would not have fared well. Hey, Grand Admiral. So I figure, what the heck? I'm just. This is something to do. Put content on the channel. Feel free to tell me where I'm right and wrong, and tear me a new one and everything. Let me know what you're watching this in the aftermarket. But this is possibly a very narcissistic video. It's just like, I want to talk about the movies I've seen and the ones I thought sucked so far. I do have a rule that I did break this time. I normally do not rank movies that I only see like 15 minutes of. If it's that bad, I don't even rank it. This time I didn't. I figured, you know what? Fuck it. They've got their chance. There was another one I forgot and I couldn't find it. It's on Shudder. A lot of my worst films come from Shudder. They do like about 20 new horror films every year, and about 5 of them are worth it. So, surprisingly enough, a movie, an original from Tubi, actually made it to the good list. And it starred, what's her name? The girl who played America Chavez in Doctor Strange. Anyway, let's see what is going on around here. I just got here. I decided, since I didn't have anything going on, I was going to rank my worst films of 2026 so far. By all means, let me know what you guys think, and count them down too. But tonight I've got 33. I just decided to cut the list in the middle because I was going to do all 66 movies I've seen so far. And like I said, the images, they wouldn't allow me to put that many images on StreamYard. So I cut it right down the middle, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 films on this are in the B. I gave them B's, so it'd be a B minus, right? And to me, a B minus is the lowest grade I go while still being able to recommend it. C pluses, which I'll probably say is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies in the C pluses. Those are the I liked it, but I'm not putting my reputation on it. To me, C is the grade movies go to die. You talk about bad movies, you talk about great movies. The ones right dead smack in the middle, they're forgotten, right? They're just forgotten. Anyway, did you watch George Washington? That, sir, will be in tomorrow's live stream where I talk about my favorite films of the year. I'm not saying it made the A list, but I liked it. Yeah. All right. Let's go with this. And remember, I cut it off right in the middle, 33. So I've got some good ones. I've got some bad ones. I don't know where scary. I don't think Scary Movie made it to the worst list. It may have. I don't know where that made it to. Here, Zero Hero. Um, Let me see. Will I be talking about Scary Movie tonight? I will not. It actually made it to the good list when I cut it. But yeah, a little preview on that one. I thought it was good until it wasn't. So anyway, all right, let's get this thing going. And my number 33 film, and once again, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first 6 movies I actually liked, and I would recommend them, but barely. You know, it's like a very, very strained recommendation, cautious recommendation, and that would be Mercy, starring what's his name here? Let's see if I can't move this over a little bit. There we go. Starring Chris Pratt. The whole premise here is he was, and it's one of those films like what is that? Like Missing, where it's all on camera and everything, and it's all on a computer, and it's kind of weird because I don't know. It's good, but once again, it's good at home. I'm glad I'm doing this where I could talk about it. You're streaming it. It's a great streaming. I would probably have not liked it if I had paid for it. Like if I paid 15, 20 bucks, I would be like, holy shit, that wasn't worth it. As it is, I've got that AMC. You pay $25 a month and you go see 4 movies a week. And I try to see 4 movies a week. Obviously with the surgery, I did not. Austin, I actually sent a message to your friend. So yeah, the problem Minority Report sort of thing. Let's delve into let's get into the whole AI of it. Let's get into how evidence could be falsified. Let's get into that kind of thing. Unfortunately, it's very surface level. So at some points it seems like it wants to be a more intellectual film than it actually is, but instead it becomes just a mindless action, or which is okay sometimes. It really is. But that's my number 33. At number, and by the way, I'm going to talk as much about a movie as I want. Some of these I'll talk about for like a minute or so. Some of them I might actually talk more. If you have something to say about it, I am willing to have a conversation. My number 32 is Epic. Great. Fucking StreamYard isn't showing off the pictures anyway. Of course, my computer and StreamYard, right? Number 32. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but I'm not seeing it. I don't get it. I do not get it with StreamYard right now. Have your college classes. What are we talking? I was hoping George Washington was not what. No, that is not a problem with George Washington. But once again, that is going to be talked about tomorrow. Number 30. Fucking hell! What is the problem here? All it has to do is show me the freaking scans. I don't get it. I just don't get it. All I wanted to do was this, and it's stuck. All right, here we go. All right, my number 32 was Baz Luhrmann's epic Elvis Presley in concert. Why not? Like I said, I've got that. I got the movie pass, and why not? Let's go see an Elvis Presley concert. It's actually kind of a documentary where of his Vegas years, and it's kind of cool. But there was nothing new in it. I mean, you get to see an Elvis concert. That's great. It's a fantastic concert. But you're not gonna if you know anything about Elvis Presley, you're not gonna learn anything new. It's not even. It's not a movie made. It says Baz Luhrmann's epic, but it's not like he made this movie. He just cobbled together scenes and footage that was taken from Elvis Presley's Las Vegas show, and it is it's a lot of fun. It is, but yeah, it obviously this depends on your tolerance for Elvis Presley and his music. I like it. I do. I like his greatest hits. I like watching the Elvis Presley movies, I think, as well. All righty. Let's see. I know I dropped out, and you guys, Mercy was good. The fact that you're hating on this tells me you're a loser. Says I don't even know what that means. That's a dumbass thing. Whoever sock puppet is this? Can y'all do better? I mean, like literally, I said these are movies I actually liked, but when you kind of whose sock puppet is this? Get real. Go fuck yourself too. Somebody jumps in with a fucking sock puppet calling me a loser. Go fucking. I don't give a shit. Let's see, number 31. If this is gonna be okay, number 31 is a movie called Deep Water with Aaron Eckhart, and Ben Kingsley's in it for 5 seconds. What this is, an airplane crashes into the ocean, and they did send out a signal, so they are expecting rescue. But while they're waiting for rescue, sharks attack. You know, it's not just one shark. It's like a whole bunch, but sharks don't work like I do have a hard time when it's like this. Sharks don't work this way. They eat, they go. You know, they're not malicious killers. It's nature. They eat and then they go. But this is very much treating sharks like malicious killers. Oh, there's one over there, chomp, you know, and then they swim away. But it is. It's once again, it's entertaining, it's fun. Aaron Eckhart sells the shit out of this. He's the main character. Like I said, Ben Kingsley is in there to be the wise old man for 5 minutes before he's the main pilot. He's the head pilot, and he's in it just so long, for as long as it takes for them to crash. He dies in the crash. It's really Aaron Eckhart's movie. A lot of the typical characters. Here's the hothead that, you know, doesn't listen to survival instincts. The stupid person. Yet they swim, they eat, they make little sharks. Exactly, Austin. But it's a fun film, but it's not a great film. Alrighty, and then let's see what the crap. I actually like this poster. I think that this poster is all right. All right, okay, it was gone for 7 Odyssey. I have, to answer Tony, I've shipped Mill, and we've got we're gonna get you in the next couple of days. All right. Let's see. Number 30. Oh, number 30 is actually one of those Shudder movies that works. It starts off, I mean, it's a low budget film called Dolly. Gail and I were watching it, and just like about halfway through it, we went, this is actually pretty good. It's another slasher film. It starts off kind of slow, like really cheap. And as it goes, it's like, wow, they did something here. They did something here. I mean, obviously we've got we've got Obsession and such, which shows you can make a movie for like 75,000 and it's good. Yeah, it was not as good as that, but it was definitely entertaining. All righty, my next number 29. No, I'm gonna switch these two. I'm actually. Oh no. Okay, I remember. I'm mistaken. Okay, my number 29 is another Shudder original. It's called Body Cam, and this is about a couple of cops that get a call on a domestic disturbance call, and they go into this house, and actually, it's a demonic possession. And it's not so much like, oh, we got to be exorcists or anything. It's just they realize that this house is a portal to hell. And the one of the spouses was possessed by a demon, and now these cops are trying to survive. And it was done really well. It is very much like a found footage because it's all done by the cops' body cams. And I thought that was a pretty good way because it's of directing, because at some point they use just the lighting is the only lighting source is the body cams and the flashlights. And I thought that was a great way of lighting because it's basically a haunted house story. They're going through the house and such. So it worked. It created a nice creepy feel. So yeah. Let's see. Ben Kingsley must not give up anymore. He did Gandhi. He won awards for it and now does Marvel stuff. Well, you take the work given. When you're younger, you get more work. That's just the way of acting. You know, the heroes and all that, they tend not to be 50, or in Ben Kingsley's case, 60. So he's getting the work. Look at look at actresses. Actresses, they might have heroic or even romantic leads, and then they end up being the moms and the grandmas. It just is what it is. Alrighty, let's see. My number, counting down, this is the last I can actually recommend it movie of the year. This is one of those, it came out in January, one of the first films released, and it's called The Plague. I was like, oh, well, okay, what? Is it a whole bunch of kids that get sick and all that? I had no idea, judging by this poster. It is about a swim camp. These kids, they go to the swim camp, they train, they're on a swimming team. There is one kid that he's the outsider. You know, he's the gross kid that nobody likes, and they call him the Plague. And there's lies told about him that he's diseased. And a kid doesn't know, the new guy, the one that we're following, doesn't know this, and he befriends him. And so the bullies start going, well, you must have the plague as well. He even, when he first hears about the plague, he turns on the kid and everything. And it's him. It's basically, it's about bullying. It's about this kid who wants to be a part of the group, but doesn't want to be a bully to the Plague, the kid they call the Plague. It's done very well, but it is a very slow film. This is not one, ooh, I'm going to put on the play. No, I watched it. I probably will never see it again, but I liked it enough. This is the last film I can recommend on this list. After this, there's C's or less. Ben Kingsley still looks the same, says Tony Hayes. If you like creepy AD&D Ravenclaw story, check out The Last Dance on PDF. It's very weird, says Tony Hayes. Dolls, you say? Yes, dolls. Alrighty, now we're getting into C movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 films, I guess, would be C pluses. This might actually be considered too high on some people's list. Out of 66 movies I've seen this year, this is number 27. I did a whole review of this one, kids. Me and Dalton talked about it. It's Supergirl. There you go. I don't know what to say, kids. I talked about it at length. It's it wasn't boring. I think that was about the best I could actually say about it. It wasn't a boring film, but there was nothing to it. A lot of times I will say with a movie like this, when you're talking about a superhero film, go see it on the big screen. This is where it's done best. But I don't see that with Supergirl. Supergirl is a streaming film. There's no moment in this movie you need the big screen for. Nothing is horrible. I wish it was horrible. Like I said, we talk about bad films. The only thing to talk about this isn't even about the movie. It's about how bad it bombed. That doesn't mean quality. That truly does not mean quality. It just means it bombed. I wish this was worse. I wish it was as bad as everybody says it was. Unfortunately, it's not. This is going to go into the halls of obscurity so fucking quick. But it is what it is. You know, it's I don't know. Hold on just a second. I'm trying. There we go. Where would I just figured, you know what, while I'm doing this, I think I will add on one. So there we go. Let's see what we got. I have not watched Supergirl, but that caveman meme, it's Chaka from Land of the Lost. Chaka mad. Me and my friends actually used to walk around saying that. It was silly, but we go, oh, Chaka mad, because of Land of the Lost. It's just a silly character from a silly TV show. I watched the 80s Supergirl movie when this came out. That was fun. The thing about the Supergirl movie, no. This movie is in every way, shape, or form made better than the 1980s Supergirl. Absolutely. From every angle, acting, special effects, everything. This Supergirl movie is better than the 1984. The problem is this one is not fun. The 1984, you at least have a camp factor that makes it entertaining. It's bad, but it's entertainingly bad. This movie's forgettable. That to me, that's the big crime. You know, it's all right. It's not good. It's not bad. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. I was entertained at points. It's got Lobo. That was the part I think that was worth it. I mean, it's got Lobo. So yeah, that's the best I can say. Hey, it's got Lobo. That's the best thing I could say about it. Land of the Lost. Thanks, Austin. It's the land of the lost. Made no sense, but it was fun and wholesome. Exactly. And it's campy fun. It's campy fun. Alrighty. We got that one out of the way. Let me see. Where do I need to put this in these? What would I rather? There's not much in these that I do like. It's okay. Wow, I can't believe that's going to top it. All right. Okay, let's see. What's next? My number 26 was went to theaters and left theaters almost instantly. Daisy Ridley has not had a great career after Star Wars. Some of her, I like the what was it, 10 Little Indians or whatever it was called, the Agatha Christie movie on the train. That was fine. She did this weird movie where women could hear the thoughts of men. You know, it's a couple of action films. We Bury the Dead is her best film. It's a C+. No, I mean outside of the Agatha Christie, the Hercule Poirot films, I'm a big fan of. Um, this is about a zombie apocalypse. They kind of have a handle on it at this point, and they're sent out into dead zones and such where they bury the zombies, and it's like cleanup teams. They go to bury the zombies. Occasionally, they have to kill one if it's still walking about and everything. It's once again, these are the C pluses. I liked them, but I can't recommend them to you. It's a slow burn movie. Daisy Ridley, we find out, has joined the cleanup crews because her husband went on a business trip to what ended up being one of these dead zones, and she wanted to go make sure he was alive or dead and take care of him herself, depending. And it's basically about the journey she takes to get to him, and then of course what happens when she does find him. It once again, I liked it. I can't recommend it. It's too slow. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh yeah, finally saw Oh Brother Where Art There. Freaking love it. Oh Brother Where Out There is a 10 of 10 in my opinion. Just one Penelope worth 1,000 pennies. The wife of Ulysses and Oh Brother. Okay. I have no idea what that means. I am a man of constant sorrow. All right, and my number 25 as we count down the 33 worst films I saw is I think it was a Prime. Yeah, a Prime original. It's called Pretty Lethal. A lot of young actresses from a lot of different things. I know the one at the bottom of the stairs was in the Heathers remake, and the newest it sucked, but they made a Fear Street movie that took place in the 1990s. I want to say it sucked. The chick who got an Oscar nomination for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Basically, it's a ballet troupe whose bus breaks down. They go to this house, and it's the house of a drug dealer. They see things they shouldn't. Oh, no, they're in a hotel, and they see things they shouldn't. So the drug dealer, played by Uma Thurman, says, okay, kill the ballet dancers. And the ballet dancers go, wait a second. We're athletes. We're in shape. We can dance, which gives a certain fighting style. So it's this cheesy-ass ballet fight movie. It's you want to talk about stupid camp. That would be the Pretty Lethal. That would be your end on this one. Yeah, this is it ain't great. All righty. I honestly do not have any way of describing my number 24, which is called Taco Gary's. I don't know why I watched this. I truly cannot tell you. It is about, what's his name? Simon Rex, who believes there's an alien invasion and that the aliens actually are running a restaurant called Taco Gary's. And he gets his friend to investigate, and his friend's just like, you know what? You're a freaking nut bar. And no way is this real. And it turns out to be real. This isn't a script as much as it is word salad put in movie form. If you like oddball humor, if you like, just it's hard to explain the humor in this. Because it's not, it's so sick. It's no, it's not like they're telling jokes. They're not telling you jokes for you to grab onto and go, "Ooh, yeah, it's funny as fuck." And no, they're more like they've got a sense of humor, and it's a bunch of friends making a movie for them. This is like a great home movie. The sense of humor is so freaking out there. I actually probably should have put that. This might climb the list by the end of the year. All right. Let's see. Let's go on to number 23. This is Greenland 2 Migration. Okay, how did it? Greenland was okay. You know, it's a family trying to get to the ark that's going to save humanity when a meteor hits. It's years later. Things have cleared up. People can go out, except for whoops, there's a lot of disaster. Um, Movie have big booms. There you go. That's the best. And I don't mean like booms. I mean, explosions. Let's see. My number 22 is a comedy that came out on Netflix. It's called Ladies First. Um, Sasha Baron Cohen plays an executive at a business, and he's sexist as fuck. He slips, he hits his head, and he ends up in a world where women are the sexist executives and men are the submissive. A long time ago in the 90s, there was a film called White Man's Burden. It starred John Travolta and Harry Belafonte, and it's all about what if white people were black people. Basically, that was it. This is the same movie. They try to be funny. They're not. A lot of the comedy comes from, ha, 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 now we're the sexist ones. All right. It's a one. This would make for a great comedy short on YouTube. It's a one joke pony. Otherwise, Ladies First sounds like a 2000s rom-com title. Funny enough, Austin, the movie that is closest to a 1990s or 2000s romantic comedy is in my top 10. That'll be tomorrow. I'm going to do the best tomorrow. All righty, let's move on to number 21. I wanted to put this right in the middle of the C's because there is no movie that is more C than this one. And by that, I mean forgettable. It's Jason Statham's Shelter. Every January, Jason Statham has a new movie. See if you can tell which movie I'm describing. A quiet loner works at a business of some sorts. A friend of his gets attacked or kidnapped. But the criminals didn't understand that this quiet loner that works at business is actually a CIA military something or other operative. So he goes on a spree to save his friend or avenge his friend and kills everybody. I just described every Jason Statham movie for the last 7 years. That is it. Shelter, literally, I watched Shelter and went, I don't remember a fucking thing about it. I honestly don't. I watched it, and immediately after I saw it, I couldn't tell you a word about it, except for exactly what I described. Every Jason Statham film are the same. It's the same. It's all the same. So there you go. This is, if there is a middle of the pack, it's this one. It's entertaining while it's on. That's it. I think it's kind of funny. A lot of people bring up The Beekeeper. That maybe that was the one that started it off, and that's the reason why everybody remembers. But same freaking movie. Same movie. All righty. Now we're working into the C minuses. These are the movies barely made it above failing. Maybe something about it saved them. But I'm going to start off with a movie called This Is Not a Test. This is The Flies in a zombie apocalypse. A bunch of school kids, they end up, they're running from the zombies. They end up in the school, and it turns into Lord of the Flies. Two factions, the big guy versus the intellectual guy, or girl in this case. It really is Lord of the Flies against the zombie apocalypse. It's fine. Unfortunately, that's what you're going to get here. I've seen better versions of Lord of the Flies. I've seen better versions of Lord of the Flies that don't take place on tropical island. There was one, I forget what it was called, but it took place on a spaceship, and that was released a couple of years ago. Zombie effects are okay. They're running zombies. It was fine. It's just right, like I said, right down the middle. You seem a lot better today, E. You got some energy. Yeah, I'm moving pretty good. Once again, it's a case of I've got to be very careful because I feel like I'm back to normal, except for the scars are I still got stitches in and they're itching, and I want to scratch, but I'm like, nope, don't do that. But yeah, it's doing a thing. Thank you. Ladies first, got that. I will look for you. I'll find you, and I will commit plagiarism from these. Yep. I was wildly disappointed in The Beekeeper, but I don't blame the dude for cashing check. Of course, nah, man. I don't at all. That's why I did a video actually defending Rose Tico. Not her, but the actress, by the way. Kelly Tran, I think her name was. Man, don't go off on an actor or an actress for being in a movie, especially if it's a Star Wars kind of thing, because you know you would be in that. Oh, thank you, Leon, for the super sticker. It's very kind of you. All righty, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Jason does fight really, really big sharks when he's not revenging people. Okay, you know what? The Megs. Those are different movies than what I'm talking about. And I gotta say, I enjoyed Meg #1. I tolerated Meg #2. Okay, kids, I can't fucking believe this movie existed. As soon as I heard about this movie, no way I wasn't going to watch it. This is my number 19. We're into the bottom 20 of 2026 so far. I try to see 100 or more movies every year. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I drink. I work in a movie theater in the 90s, and we kept a list, and I watched everything. So okay, I'm gonna watch 100 movies. My list, my watch list. That tea is turning. My watch lists on all my streamings are filled with 2026 films. I kind of purge at the end of the year. Well, I didn't see that one. On to the next year. Anyway, I cannot believe this movie was actually made. It's called oh shoot, it's not called Ethnos. It was called something else. Swapped or no, what the hell was this? Anyway, the whole premise of this movie was that this Asian girl doesn't like to be Asian because everybody's racist against Asian people. Which when I heard the premise, I was like, what? Oh yeah, Asians are considered ugly. I'm like, in what fucking universe? There was actually a study done. Who do people find more attractive? Male and female. White men were at the top of men, and Asian women were at the top of female. I was like, who the fuck? But this is the premise. This girl feels like she is she's put upon. Nobody likes her because she's Asian, so she wants to turn white, and she does. And it's weird because she has to keep taking drugs because otherwise her face melts. It's a body horror film. It just didn't work. It does not work. Hello to Dominic. What's up?
Evening, Engleton. And well, I'll tell you, like, when I saw the trailer, that was immediate. Well, that's with me and a lady friend of mine. When I went to the movies that we watched this trailer, we turned to each other. We turned to each other and pretty much said, "Yeah, we're not watching that movie anytime soon."
Yeah, I had to. I'm sorry, but the premise was so wildly out there to me. It's like it was written by somebody who wants to be a victim and doesn't understand their pecking order and things. I mean, she does change into McKenna Grace, and she's a lovely young lady. But yeah, it's just a weird film. Let's see what we got here as far as on what planet Asian women are some of the most beautiful. Exactly. There was a study that did that. People, yeah. Anyway,
right. And the question is, like, really, who asked for it? And yeah, really. And really, nobody wanted a. The first thing that came to mind is the substance, and it made me think of, wow. So
Yeah.
you pretty much
Yeah.
the person is just a substance, but it's mixed with Get
Yeah.
Out, with the whole thing like, oh, like, sir, like some white people want to place themselves in black in the bodies of black people.
It's the substance meets soul man.
Yeah, but at least that was Soul Man, like it had heart. It had heart and
Yeah.
actually explores like the relations are between the different demographics. It wasn't pushing a message. It was telling a story.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am counting down the 33 worst films I've seen this year. I've actually missed a couple. I do know there's a movie with Dave Dastmalchian. His daughter's sick or something. I saw that, but I forgot to put the poster. I don't know where that would land, in all honesty. So that's gonna be later. I'm actually is some movies that you're going to see on the other list, the better list, the best list. I'm going to do that tomorrow night. But here we go. Let's go to. We are in the bottom 20 now. Let's go to number 18. This is one of those films only I will ever see. Oh.
Oh no, not you. It's something else something else that caught my attention.
Okay. Is Dom at a county fair? Usually, yes. Alrighty, so I watch 2026 films, and sometimes I'll watch like 5 minutes of each movie. Does it catch me? If a movie catches me, okay, I'm gonna finish it. This I watched. It starts off. The girl he met somebody, and he's like, okay, and he's very agreeable. He just you do it, and he just kind of, they're living together, but he's just kind of casually like, yeah, she's doing what she's doing, and he distances himself from her, and realizes, wait a second, if she's having all this sex, I'm gonna have sex. So he starts buying hookers. And he finds this a very amicable situation. They end up separating, but he says, romantic love has been proven to him to be bullshit. So he goes to whores. And that's what this movie's about. And that's why it's number 18, because there's literally, this movie's, it's like, dude, there's no reaction. There's no sense of drama. There's nothing that happens in this movie. Everybody is the same from beginning to end. That's it. There's nudity. I mean, that's it. But no, this movie offers nothing. There's no story here. It's just plot. So yeah, number 18. Can't recommend it. It's on Prime. This sounds cynical and dark. Let's see. He goes horrors. Ha ha ha. Let's see. Next up, we got number. Okay. I say it's number 17, but I added this movie in because this is where it would be. So, in all honesty, this is number 18. And that is Moana. Moana, it's a live action remake, almost shot of the original, which I enjoy. I actually like Moana. I love the songs. It was in my CD player for a while. I do sing along while I'm driving. I have a lot of fun with the animated Moana, but the problem with the live action versus the animated is the animated is animated. And I don't mean colored and drawn. I mean, like, you could tell a difference between the way they act in the animated movie to how they act in the live action. Oh my God, The Rock has zero energy. The Rock is the one person who wanted to be in that theater, in that movie, less than me. It was just so dead. That's the biggest problem with this. I mean, say what you want about live action films, the better ones anyway. The actors are giving it their all. They're acting. Okay, here's one. Boat Snack. In the animated film, Boat Snack, woo, and he whips it. In this one, Boat Snack. Why? If you're not going to improve anything, why? A lot of people have given me shit because I say Dumbo was one of the best live action remakes. It's because they added to it. There was something different. The only difference is that nobody fucking wants to be there. Nobody wants this. The girl who plays Moana is trying. I'll give her that much. But otherwise, dang, he went to the Moana quote-unquote live-action movie. I was seeing 4 movies in one day. I saw 2 in the afternoon when my wife was working at Walmart, and then I picked her up and dropped her off, and I said, you know what? I've got 2 more movies. I'm back, baby. Other than Supergirl, I haven't been in the movies. I wanted to see it today. So I went back, but I had to line the movies up. So I dropped my wife off at 4:30. I go there. The movie that started at 4:30 was Minions. And then the one that I could see afterwards and get out in time to pick up my wife from work was Moana. So that's why I ended up seeing this. It just lined up that way. Man, it sucked. I mean, I wish I could even say, like with Supergirl, at least it was entertaining. It wasn't great, but at least it was entertaining for the length of the film. Things went boom. There's nothing entertaining about this.
But still, nobody asked for it.
No. Well, that's kind of a loaded statement. Nobody asked for it, but because there's so many. Nobody asked for Blade Runner. They just made it, and it was really good. I mean, nobody wants to see it at the time. Nobody asked for a lot of movies. So I know what you're talking about. Nobody was clamoring for it. There was no reason. I think that's when people say, and I know I'm speaking for you here, Dom. Nobody asked for it. There's no purpose for it. There's already a version out there that is far superior. If you can't match or make better, you know what they're doing right now? They're remaking Carrie. Carrie has been remade like 4 times. If you want to make a Stephen King film, there are books that haven't been made yet. Let's get revival going or something. I don't know. Let's see. I hear it isn't worth watching if you've seen there's no point to it. The original is still a very popular streaming film on Disney Plus. It's there. It was only 10 years ago. I mean, for Christ's sake, you know what I think would have here's the thing. You remake Little Mermaid. Okay, I was 18 at the time. I'm older now. My kid, okay, I got kids. Boom, I'll show them. Of course, my kids are 30, so they're a little bit past that. But point being is that if I'll say it like this: a 90s kid watching, say, Pocahontas, loved it. They remake Pocahontas. The 90s kid, oh, I love this. I'll take my children. That's the whole point. Moana was what, 10 years ago? Or was it even 10 years ago? That's not long enough for any kind of nostalgia to build up. So they kind of missed the point on it. The Lion King was one of the funniest examples. There was an animated movie, even the backgrounds. I know, right? They're like live action and everything CG. Yeah. I heard a rumor that Netflix is going to do a Little House on the Prairie. But yeah, I heard that too. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. My whole thinking when it comes to stuff like this, let's take the Odyssey, for example. We have all talked about what we don't like about what we're hearing on the Odyssey. When I go see it, whether it's Thursday, Friday, or whatever, whenever I go see it, all that goes away. All that goes away. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch Lupita Nyong'o play Helen of Troy. And if Lupita Nyong'o kicks all sorts of ass as Helen of Troy, I'm going to tell you as such. You know, I have stated what I don't like about it. Nobody was listening. Everybody else did too. But we know how the movie is. How is it in quality? That's what I'm saying. All right. Let's see. But as far as Little House on Prairie, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. They remade Firestarter, not to mention Firestarter 2. Yeah, that remake wasn't all that great. A lot of people don't think Firestarter was one of Stephen King's strongest in the first place. I enjoyed it. All right, let me go on to, I guess this would be number 16. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, okay, that works. Okay, number 16 is Undertone. I wanted to see this. I saw the previews. The premise seemed interesting. These two kids have a podcast, and they get this creepy audio tape about a man and a woman whose relationship falls into violence. And I thought, wow, okay, I was really jazzed to see this. I missed it in theaters, so it just came to HBO Max. I'm like, okay, we're gonna watch Undertone tonight. We're gonna we're watching that movie was so freaking dull. Oh my gosh. I'm watching it, and all I could think of was Steve Martin and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I got a great idea. When you're making one of your movies, have a point. It was just, there's nothing to this. This is a nothing burger. But what's worse, it's so boring. I understand you watch a movie like Supergirl. Things go boom. There's no nutritional value, but there's a little bit of sugar in the cereal. Okay, I like. There is nothing to Undertone. Undertone was absolutely a big ass nothing burger. Not great at all. All right, let's go to, this would be number 15. It's another, I think it was Shudder film. It's called Honey Bunch. It's about a woman who
I never
is
heard of this.
in a I watch all sorts of movies. I know a lot of people, when they do their bottom, it's only movies you've heard of. Whenever I see that, I'm like, you guys need to get out and watch more movies, because there are far worse than Supergirl's the worst film of that. No. It really isn't the worst of anything. I promise you, if you try to watch my work, if you a woman, she's in a hospital, trying to recover from a car accident, and she starts noticing things about her boyfriend, about the parents and loved ones of other people who are there. That's just strange. So she kind of investigates things. Spoiler alert for a movie you probably will never see. She comes to find out that she herself is a clone, and they keep reviving him, trying to like she was in a horrible car accident, and they tried to rehabilitate her mentally and physically. And most of the time, if the clone doesn't work, they destroy the clone. But her boyfriend has been cured. Very weird. Color of Space by Nicolas Cage is awesome. Love that. That is a wild horror film. Brilliant. Okay, my number 15 is Mortuary Assistant. I saw it. Number 14, I'm going to say the same thing. Crime 101. This is Mark Ruffalo. This is Chris Hemsworth. It's a crime thriller. It was okay while I was watching it. I couldn't tell you two things about it right now. I remember I thought it was all right, but couldn't tell you. All right, let's get into the D's. These
I remember watching the trailer for this movie, and I had a feeling that this is not a good movie. And I want to be proven wrong, but from what I'm hearing through the grapevine, it turned out excuse me, it turned out I was right, and I didn't want to be, because it was promising.
Yeah, it's got a great cast. It looked all right. It's just when I watched it, I was like, all right, next. All right, these are the films that I have actually actively disliked. I mean, this is so hard to find something good about them, movies. So from here on in, it's D or less from what I would grade them. And the top of the D plus pile is what is his name? Lee Hook or whatever his name is, The Mummy. Did you watch The Mummy, Dominic? I know this is a more popular film.
Wait, where was this movie made?
Well, it's an American film. Some of it was filmed in probably Egypt, I guess, and some of it was filmed here.
I didn't know that. Well, I didn't see a trailer. I didn't see a trailer for it when I was at my local movie theater.
Okay, I do believe this is on HBO Max right now. I think it's streaming there. I had a problem with this from get-go. This girl, they're in Egypt, and their daughter gets kidnapped.
Oh, I see.
Like 10 years later, they find her, and she has been wrapped up and in darkness. And so she's returned. She gets sent back to America, and the hospital decides, oh no, you need to send her. You need to take care of her at the house. She can't walk. She's been wrapped up and in darkness for 10 years. Her mind is gone, and they say, no, you need to take her home. Bullshit. Right. No. I'm sorry, but no. Right from that point, it's like, so this movie is just fuck all stupid. I couldn't get into it starting from there. And then at no point in time does the family ever go, well, maybe we should take her back to the hospital because she's acting like a fucking nut bar. Maybe we don't want the dangerous mummy chick near our other children. You know, of course, it turns out to be it's not even a mummy. It's a demonic. It's Evil Dead. She's possessed by an evil demon. That's not the mummy, but the evil demon is causing all sorts of havoc to the family and all that kind of stuff. Good, what a waste! What a fucking waste this movie was. There was a mummy movie, yeah. That's what they called it. I was bored by Color Out of Space. Didn't give me the creeps. Oh, okay. I liked it. But Cronin's Did It was politicized. Was released to video last week. I work at Walmart Electronics, says Leon. Sounds like The Exorcist too. Oh my gosh, yeah, that movie sucked too. But no, I cannot recommend The Mummy. I'm trying to think. There might have been one or two scenes that I thought were pretty decent, but there's just not enough there. Next up is a film that came and went out of theaters like that. It's called Forbidden Fruits. Lily Reinhart here plays the head of the Plastics. I mean, if there was Mean Girls, they would be called the Plastics. It's exactly the same group. And they're the people everybody wants to be like in the mall. And they work at a clothing factory. And it's just this weird sort of, it's not, I mentioned Lord of the Flies, but it's kind of like that where, oh, goodness gracious. They have some sort of goodness, what am I trying to say? They stay young. and alive, almost like vampirism, but not vampirism. And they get a new recruit, and she is pushing back on the leadership and all that kind of stuff. You guys are in up bars and all that. And it's basically, we're going to take them all down. And I'm actually putting more effort trying to remember the story than they put in trying to write the story. Let's see. By the way, I will talk about this movie tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. That was my number 10 worst film, huh? So this is number, wait, where was that number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is number 10. From Walt Disney's Pixar, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Hoppers. I talked to Pixel about this. Pixel and me we're the Disney guys. We're the Muppet guys. We dig on this kind of stuff. I'm like, ooh, Pixar's got a new movie. Let's go. I don't say that very often nowadays because a lot of it's sequels and everything. It's just not exciting. Have you seen this one, Dominic?
Well, I gave this movie a shot with a friend of mine. During my stay in California for a vacation, and yeah, pretty much my friend and I, we were laughing at the movie instead of with it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I was like, "Woo, Pixar's got a new movie!" Woo, it used to be they were the hit makers.
Yeah, but ever since Disney bought them, as well as removing John Lasseter due to false allegations thrown against him, they don't have the magic that they had back then.
Yeah, well, when Disney bought Pixar, they had the stipend that they were to make sequels. Pixar refused to do sequels, but yes. When it came time for Disney to buy Pixar, Disney said, "We'll buy you. We'll back you, but from here on in, you're going to give us sequels to these movies." And one of the first movies out the gate was Cars 2, which is horrible. Cars 3 is okay; it's not great, but Cars 2 was actively bad. A lot of the sequels are. Finding Dory is not a great film. Monsters University is Revenge of the Nerds, but without the boobs.
Yeah, Monsters University was good.
Yeah.
Really with Hoppers, like it could have like recaptured the magic because from its trailer, it could have. It might like save like the best parts where like the main character who is like the main Hopper, she would learn her lesson and see that pretty much like, because she is a college student, and you know how some college students like tend to turn into or come out after college, that she would learn her lesson and actually be more wiser and see like she does not understand that or truly know like how the world works, but instead we did not see that.
So this is
also adding on to that, she's pretty much she's pretty much like a successor to the hippies of the counterculture movement, and why a lot of them are pretty much like look back and cringe on how they acted during said cultural movement.
Basically the premise is that she wants to save a forest with a lake area, but all the animals have been driven away, and she's got to get a couple of beavers in there. So they even mentioned it's like Avatar, right? Oh no, it's not like Avatar. But they put her.
No, it is Avatar.
It is. Yeah, well, that was the joke that she says, "Oh, it's like the movie Avatar," and the women in the movie were like, "No, it's not. It's like they wanted to avoid the copyright." But that's about the most clever this movie gets. And she goes into the body of a beaver to draw more beaver into the river or the lake or to save that area from being developed. It's an environmental movie, and I gotta point to the 2000s where we had a environmental movie made, and it was so much better. It's called Wall-E.
Wall-E. Oh, absolutely.
Don't watch this one. Watch Wall-E if you want the environment message.
And look, that is not to say that we do not, nor should we care about our environment. What we take issue with is pretty much like the means the environmentalists on how the environmentalists like want to take and executing like their actions, and that's where it rubbed people the wrong way. Even like other like environmentalists, like who are not drunk in the Kool-Aid very hard, even they like take issue like with such extreme measures.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me get some comments here. Let's see. Yeah, if it was Pixar, it was almost guaranteed to be good. Not for a while now. That is Grand Admiral. Let's see. Horror flicks are relying too much on the demon trope, says MK. Smile, a demon at the Art the Clown is a demon. The new Mummy movie's a demon. Obsession, a demon. See, yes, thank you. Thank you very freaking much. Look, I like Obsession, but and I really had to fight to keep it where it was based on my observation of the movie. He doesn't get his wish. He wishes for that girl to love him, not for her to be taken over by a demon. That's not her. That's the demon. So he never gets his wish. Even the guy who gets shot still gets $1 billion. There's $1 billion at his house. It might have been monkey's pod for him to get shot right after he gets it, but at least he still gets everybody gets their wish except for the main guy. He doesn't get his wish. Why? Demon. Now, if all of that happened and she knew I love the bits where she becomes herself, like when she gets clarity and and now she has to deal with that she killed her best friend or one of her friends. That to me is so much more powerful than Demon. The fact that she would be inside knowing, but not being able to control her body because the wish. When I was little, I wanted to be Pixar animator. Now I'm glad I gave up on that dream. I would have to do stuff like Turning Red. I didn't mind Turning Red. It was Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. But Toy Story 4 stuff.
Which
England team just curious. Mortal Kombat 2 or Masters. I did not get a chance to see those in the theater. Masters of the Universe came and went while I was recovering. So, what were you saying, Dom?
Well, both He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie is good, along with Mortal Kombat 2. Like it showed of the studios listening to the critiques of the fans of the first movie. As for Obsession, I do plan on watching it at my local movie theater. But when we talk about it, it's essentially it's the same story of the monkey's paw and be careful what you wish for. But like there's actually a twist to it. As for like the wish, like for like the main guy's wish, like not coming true of the way that he intended, because he did not want to remove his crush's free will. And it would have, and like you said, from what I'm gathering, it would have been more powerful if it was revealed that she also has feelings for him, but was too shy to approach him with it. But then when the wish happened and her body got hijacked by the demon, then like it would make this story very powerful, that these two really do love each other. The two actually do have feelings for each other, but it didn't happen on their own terms. But instead, it's been done like by a wish gone amok due to the influence of a demon.
Well, I'm going to talk more on Obsession tomorrow. It's in the good list. I did like, so I'm going to pay more. I'm going to go deeper into it tomorrow. Let me get, let's see. Cars 2 isn't as bad as everyone says Austin. It's a fun spy movie. Its biggest crime was made her way dumber than the first movie. Glad you liked it. I never put anyone down for liking something I didn't. I just think that your time was better spent than mine. Wall-E was fantastic. I agree. Watch Macross 7 Dynamite instead, says Ethereal. Instead of what? Like, what movie is it like that I talked about that was bad? Pixar has made many worse movies than Cars 2 after its release. It's like Thor: The Dark World. It was definitely the worst at the time, but made so many worse movies since. You know what? I'm not going to argue with that. Yeah, Elio comes to mind. Horror movies tend to move in cycles too often. They don't know when to stop beating the dead horse, says Grand Admiral. I will say this. You brought up Smile, or MK brought up Smile. Smile 2, top notch. Top notch. I actually like Smile 2 than I did.
I still need to watch Smile and the sequel.
Yep. Calm down the heart rate. I'm doing all right. Really on a second. Yeah, I figured it was the monkey's paw, but I am curious about it, says Grand Admiral. It's worth it. I even with the flaw that I point out, it's a mood movie, and it works. I will say something I saw an interview with them. The guy who did this movie said he saw a Simpsons episode where Bart gets a monkey's paw and the wishes go wrong. I was like, oh goodness gracious, that is so millennial or whatever. That was actually funny. All right, what are we on? We're on number 9, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I give you the worst video game movie of the year so far.
Yeah.
All righty, Return to Silent. I wanted to love this movie. I was baked for this movie, man. You couldn't have me more jazzed when I heard they were going to base this on the video game and make sure it really stuck close. And let me tell you, they absolutely did this. They did it. As a matter of fact, what this movie is live action cutscenes from the video game. They filmed, some of them are just like shot for shot remakes of the video game cutscenes. The problem is they forgot to weave the story in. So you're going from set piece to set piece with no narrative, with no real reason as to why you're going from set piece to set piece. This movie was made for TikTok or YouTube shorts. You go Silent Hill when he sees Pyramid Head for the first time. Okay, that'll be really cool 10 seconds or 15 or 20, however many, 2 minutes. But that's the way the whole movie is. There's no story to get in the way of the plot. There's no plot to get in the way of the cutscenes. That's it. It's not a movie as much as it is a bunch of it was made for people on their cell phone to watch it clip after clip after clip rather than to sit down and watch it as one movie. It is a mess. And it could have been so good. All they needed to do was thread a story right through all of these scenes, because then we would be like, oh my gosh, this was true to the game. It was so awesome because it was, as it is, it's a bunch of clips. It's a clip show. Let's see. You know what would be refreshing? A horror movie that uses actual demon lore from the Bible itself, says Austin. Huh. I apologize for saying calm down and the worst. I wasn't trying to. Oh, no. Oh, hey, and don't worry about. Thank you very much, by the way, for your caring. I appreciate that. It's kind of what I do. I've done this since for the last 10 years almost, where I get worked up. I'm almost like I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember a dude named Regis Philbin. He was Good Morning America, I think. But he always talked like this, and he would go in ups and downs a lot, and that's kind of my cadence as well. And sometimes I'm just yelling. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but occasionally if you listen, you'll hear Gail quiet, or she'll say, "Poopy, you're being too loud." She'll say something like that because I'm yelling. But thank you very much for your concern. You should do a worst remake reboot movie ranking. Okay, I'm cool with that. What I'm gonna have whenever I could get my internet to work, I'm gonna post to both this and my other channel, because I really do want to turn my tourist channel into a movie channel, because I'm not doing touristy things in Indiana, that's for sure. That bastard poor Catholic, right? All right, let's move on. I'm assuming Dom. I can't read it, Dom. I know you like your video games, but not this one. Not this one. Okay, let's see. Now I'm going to get into some movies you guys probably haven't heard of, but here we go. My number 8 is a movie starring Justin Long. It's about a couple of cops. Their patrol is Gangland, LA, and there's a bunch of cops who are known for being tough on crime. They actually are abusive, and you come to find out that these cops are actual vampires. That's about the best I could say about the movie too. Go ahead.
Now, when I saw the trailer for this one, let's start with Crime 101. I just had a gut feeling, and it wasn't a good one. Why is that's not right about this movie? And I'll look at the poster right now and seeing the tagline "Defang the Police." I was right on acting on not watching this movie because it's just it's one more a demonizing anti-cop movie. Actually, better yet.
Oh yeah,
demonization and anti-cop fiction.
Oh, it's not just anti-cop. This movie is pro-gang. There's a woman in here that she's a religious woman who runs like the Crips or the Bloods or whatever they are in this movie, and it is just like, oh, we are going to get the community. We're going to get the gang because the gang is life. And oh, good Lord. Oh, what? I mean, we went from Colors in 1990 to Night Patrol here. I watched it because Justin Long. I like him in movies, so I'll check it out. But good Lord, this movie sucked. That's not a vampire thing. This movie sucked. Let's see.
You know what?
No, go ahead.
If I was in the room and the writer of this movie brings the script, I would turn to him or her to give them a firm, not only a deadpan stare, but also a firm disappointed look. No. Take this. Go back into the room and change it.
Yeah. The writer and director of this movie needs to be followed around by the Price is Right, you failed all the time. No matter when she opens the door, that should be her introductory music.
Wait, so the writer is the writer's a woman?
I have no idea. You said she, I said she.
No. I say as the he or she.
Of whomever. This is
the point still stands. They're I will look at the writer. I'll look at the writer and tell him or her no, go back in that room and rewrite this movie. Well, yeah, you are not only going to disrespect cops in this manner, but you are going to turn off a lot of people.
Yeah, this was so bad. This was so very bad. Let's see what the chat has to say here. The Chosen actually depicted the 7 demons who possessed Mary Magdalene in season 1, episode 1, of which Jesus does his exorcism. It was very simple and yet effective, says Austin. Grand Admiral is saying, when you get wound up, sometimes I think of the Looney Tunes cartoon where the boxer dog would go nuts whenever he heard about ding. Yeah. Let's see. Leon saying, Willie, I have movies you've never heard of. If I can stump you, we can do a day we stump the host. Go right on ahead. Give it a try. Let me know what you've got that you think I haven't seen. I mean, there's so many movies out there. Yeah, absolutely. And if you go foreign, you probably could stump me. I definitely don't watch anime. So there's a lot of anime movies out there I haven't seen. There is one that came out last year. It was released in America this year. I want to see called Scarlet. It's on Netflix right now. There are some that come over, and I haven't seen Nisa, I think it's called, yet, but that looks interesting to me. And so it's not so much I don't watch anime movies. Grr. It's just I don't see very many of them. That's all. Let's see. You hear slasher news? Freddy's back. Yep, I heard about that. MK. It's getting a reboot. Jason has a new series about his mom prequel. Chucky is getting a new theatrical movie on a cruise, and Halloween 28 movie for the 50th. Hope they're good. I hope they're good. What's wrong with your webcam? Shitty something? I don't know. Dom is the one that was talking there. Let's see. A lot of lag. I have no idea. It's StreamYard to YouTube sucks. I will have to try just going on YouTube and seeing if that works. E, have you seen The Chosen? I have not. I haven't. That's all. There's no, I'm never going to see that or anything like that. I haven't. All right, let's move on to number 7, which is another slasher film. You're going to see a lot of horror films in my bottom 10. I hope, I hope that all of them are good. Any movie I go to see, I want it to be the best I've ever seen. It's called Psycho Killer. It's a slasher film. I've seen better. I've seen better in the 80s, made for $1.50 in a pack of gum. This turned out, it was just dull. And that's a huge problem with me. Don't be boring. And Psycho Killer to me was boring. It wasn't even as entertaining as my number 1 worst film of the year. And I could only sit through 15 minutes of my number 1 worst film. I am breaking my rules. I usually say, I'll give it a half an hour. Because a TV show could be awesome in a half hour. Go on ahead, Dom.
Dom, what my friend and I were actually looking over which movies to watch. We read the premise of Psycho Killer, and we said no.
Yeah, you got good instincts. This was not great, dude. Yeah, we're getting a little reverb when you come on. It's almost like you're bringing the guitar a little close to the amp. It's kind of that thing. I wanted to like this so much. I love this poster. This is, in my opinion, one of the better movie posters of the year. Gosh, sometimes you want something, it just doesn't work. Unfortunately, this what happens with StreamYard isn't great. I'm paying. StreamYard just isn't great. That's one thing I absolutely believe. Like my connection, I'm looking right there in the corner where it says where it has my connection. My connection's strong. It's good with the internet. Something between StreamYard and YouTube that it just doesn't work. I apologize there, Colin. I do appreciate you hanging in there with me, though. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. I'm guessing you've heard the recommendations trying OST over StreamYard. Yeah, I'll give it a try. I'm ready to. StreamYard's way too expensive for this kind of shit. Yeah. Alrighty, let's move on to what are we on? Number 6? Yes, number 6. You know what? If you have big names in it, sometimes you're like, oh, cool. If you tell me you're going to make a modern day version of The Bride of Frankenstein, I'm gonna and it's got what's his name? Batman in it here. in for it, man. This looks wild. I want to check to see where you're going with it. Holy is this the worst feminist movie I've seen in a long time? This is just suck. This was not a movie with a message. This is a message that found a movie. I truly believe that's how this script was written. I honestly do. I think that they decided they were going to say something. Well, I think that people need to hear this. I have a microphone because I am a writer and I am a director and we can make a movie. And I want to get my point out because we need to. Nobody needs to fucking hear this. Jesus Christ. Nobody needs to hear racism bad. We know. And have shit. My generation killed racism. You guys fucking brought it back. And now we're doing it with sexism and all that kind of shit. Good Lord, The Bride was bad. And it literally is because of that. I mean, this is basically Bonnie and, by the way, there's another movie called Corinne and Corinne, I think it is. I want to see that. Yeah, that's Bonnie and Clyde. This is Bonnie and Clyde with Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein. But it is a huge, huge message film. And it's not subtle. I mean, look, if you put the message into a movie, you bury it a little bit. So when you're watching it, the message is given, but it's an entertaining film. Fine. I mean, we were talking about WALL-E. WALL-E is absolutely humans are getting lazy and destroying the planet movie, but it's fucking brilliant. So, okay, we dig it. But when you got a fucking hammer the size of Harley Quinn's and you're beating the shit out of people with the message like they do in The Bride. And look, I'm not taking anything away from Christian Bale, man. He works the material. It's just the material he has here is paper fucking thin. It is not good. It is just not good. I think Christian Bale was ending his contract, says Leon Haley and Karina Corinne. Thank you. Man, I wanted to like this. I did. Going in, I was like, holy shit, yeah, I'm gonna go see this movie, The Bride.
Yeah.
Suck City, man.
Again, there's a pattern here. Like, not only with trailers giving too much away of a movie story, but this one is just immediately listed a lot of red flags to everyone.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for Christian Bale that he took that. I feel bad for Christian Bale that he took part in this project. Like, it's not his fault because he was working with what was given to him.
Well, one of the things also I would say I feel bad about Christian Bale. Think of the track record he's got. It's like, woo, I'm riding high. Yeah, haven't made a bad movie since Metro in the year 2000. All right, it's great. Woo. And then all of a sudden, here comes The Bride. Pun not intended, but there you go. All righty. That's Ray Liotta. I don't know what that's in reference to, but that was Leon Haley. Austin, I hear OBS is to StreamYard what DaVinci Resolve has become to Adobe Premiere. A free alternative is pretty much all the same tools and has less problems and bugs. I'll have to jump on OBS. This isn't working. I mean, I dropped out of my own live stream earlier all by myself. It was, yeah. I have used OBS before when converting VHS into video type. Awesome. I'll have to look into that because I've been StreamYard loyalist, but it is not treating me well anymore. Ever since we made the move here, as a matter of fact, we were okay at the shitty apartment. All righty, kids, my number 5. Okay, I got a confession here, ladies and gentlemen. I am a fan, an active fan of David Spade. David Spade hits my funny bone. He has ever since I saw his. I mean, he was in like a Police Academy movie back in the day, but when I saw his live act, when I saw his stand-up, this guy's fucking funny. And he hits my funny bone, man. So I'm in. Joe Dirt, okay. give me Tommy Boy, give me Black Sheep. Of course, he's with Chris Farley at that point. I dig it. I dig it. I guess if you, and he's made bad movies before. He's made F films before. The sequel to Joe Dirt is god awful. This movie, I couldn't find a laugh in it. There was one. There was one laugh at the very beginning. These guys are working as septic diggers. You know, they dig out and clean septic tanks. And the boss is talking to his son. His son gets into a car wreck and dies. And then you see the father, and the funeral's going on, and he's sitting there crying. And then it wide shots, and they're digging a septic tank at the funeral. That hit me. That I laughed at. That's the only laugh in the movie. This film was anti-laughter. This made me depressed. I was watching this movie and I started feeling depressed. That's how unfunny this film was. You got something there, Dominic?
Well, I tell you, like I remember the trailer, the poster. It actually looked like a good movie. I mean, Theo Von and David Spade. It's actually a collaboration I wouldn't mind seeing in a feature film. Well, why they hit the grapevine? I was disappointed to hear that the movie is supposed to be a comedy, and it turned out to be a dud.
Yeah,
and I like both Theo Von and David Spade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched Theo Von with his podcast. I think he's funny. The problem also, one of the biggest problems with this movie is the direction. You have to know how to direct comedy. You need to know when to cut, when to speed up that scene. If the timing is off, comedy just does not work, and that's what's going on here. His first movie was Treasure Island by Christian Bale. I thought it was Empire of the Sun. All right. Let's go on to number 4. Number 4 is a straight to Prime movie. It's on Amazon Prime. It's got what's his name? Butcher from The Boys.
Are you talking Carl Urban?
Yeah, Carl Urban. Thank you. And he plays a pirate king. And Priyanka Chopper Jonas, she is a former member of his crew that stole some of the pirate treasure. And now Pirate King Carl Urban needs to go and kill her. Of course, this woman is the ultimate pirate fighter in all of the world. And she will kick his ass. I mean, it literally is woman beats up man for an hour and a half.
Again, when I saw a trailer, this was the one. Nah, I'm not watching this.
Horrible script. Horrible script. Some of the fight scenes are okay, but the script is just god awful. This movie, oh my gosh. It's one of those where, like, you give me a movie with Carl Urban, I'll watch. I'm good. And let's face it, what's her name? Priyanka, whatever her name is. She ain't bad to look at. But the script was so god awful. God awful.
Not only that, from what I saw, it just comes off as another misandrous movie.
Yeah. Not good, kids. Not good. All right, let's go to number 3. My number 3 film, and we may really be getting into films you guys really have not heard of. This is Whistle. This is early January. Basically, January is a dumping ground, by the way. It's like, okay, let's just get all our bad movies out in January. This is, you use the item kills you. It's, what is that? You watch the videotape, and a week later, you're dead. What the was that movie? The Ring. It's The Ring, but Whistle. You blow into the whistle. Why you would put your fucking lips on this thing, I have no idea. But if you blow the whistle, then you or somebody you love dies within a certain amount of time. That's the premise of this. That's it. This is one of those movies I watched. I'm like, God, this is bad. This is so, I don't know if I made it all the way to the end. and that could be a running theme for these last few movies here. I cannot recommend this. I know it's on, I think it's on Prime right now. Like you can, not as a VOD, but I think it's actually on Prime. Oh, no. Maybe it's Disney Plus Hulu. Disney Hulu. Yeah, but anyway, avoid it. It's not good, not worth it. Let's see. You may be right, E. They were close. That Empire movie made me mad, but it's got good effects. We should have gotten a second Dread movie. Or yes, I agree completely. I finally saw The Ring a couple of years ago. It was fine. Yeah, that's the way I saw it when it first came out. People are like, "Oh my gosh, greatest movie ever." It's all right. I like doing this, by the way, because I get a reputation of being the Paula Abdul. For those of you who remember American Idol, I'm the guy who says everything is great. A lot of times, if you listen, though, I won't say a movie's good or I won't say it's great or anything like that. I'll go, it's entertaining. And that means, you know, you watch it, you're going to be entertained. If you put it on your TV, you're going to be entertained. It's not great, but it's entertaining. I say that a lot. This, however, The Whistle, not entertaining. All right, my number 2 worst film of the year is a remake of a 1980s VHS thing. Came out a long time ago. Okay. There you go. It's called Faces of Death. Now, when I was a teenager, there was a movie called Faces of Death. Oh, it's real. These are real. No, we thought they were, but that was what we heard through the grapevine. This is real people getting killed. No, we got to watch that. And some of I think some of them were, and some of them weren't. My favorite from the original, by the way, was this guy. He had a bungee cord and he jumped off a building, but they didn't count for the fact that there's no 13th floor. So he just kind of jackknifed into the ground, which I thought, well, that's a doomed, even if you accounted for the 13th floor, you're still going to bounce up and smack your ass up against the side of a building. This is stupid. Then when I heard they were actually fake, okay. Faces of Death, on the other hand, actually has a pretty decent premise. And a lot of these do, like Whistle, okay, we've heard that. And a lot of these do have actually decent premises. They just, they don't land, you know? Faces of Death is basically about a woman who is, she works as somebody who flags videos for violence or overtly sexual content. And it's for this one website, this like a YouTube. And she starts seeing these videos pop up, and she's believing that they are they're real. Like people are really dying in these videos, and so she wants to flag them. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's fake," you know, who cares? It could have been so much more. If I were to do a Faces of Death movie. By the way, bad acting. Let me get my quick review out of the way. There's bad acting, slow direction, poor storytelling. It's meandering. It needs a lot more focus. Most of the problems in a lot of movies come from the director. I mean, they're the captain of the ship. They're steering it. If you have a bad director, you got a bad movie. If you got a bad script, it's got to be a great director to make something decent out of it. And this was a bad script. It was a bad director. If I were to make a Faces of Death movie, I would make it about, it could almost be that documentary. We can actually show videos where people are actually getting killed, because that's what you see. I mean, we see it on, I see people die all the time on Twitter now. You know, it's not being hidden anywhere anymore. What we thought was this so taboo thing in the 1980s is everywhere now. That's what a modern day Faces of Death should be about. Not so much the death on screen, because we've almost gotten desensitized to that. It should be about the fact that modern society is getting desensitized to that. That's what I would make the movie about. At least then you would have an arc. At least then you would have some sort of thing to say. Not a message to hit people over the head with, but let's reflect society here. And I think they missed. I think this is one of the biggest misses of the year. But there you go. That's my take on Faces of Death. I finally saw The Ring. Got that. Another skull poster. Yep. Was this woman related to one of the war campaign guys? Let me get Austin's. I still have the raw footage of Charlie Kirk's assassination, the first couple hours of it happening. I don't think I'll forget that anytime soon. Me neither. Me neither. I wasn't watching it live. I heard about it and I saw it. I was like, oh, shit. My number one movie, the number one worst film, I do have a rule. I don't count movies if I don't watch a half hour of it. And then I thought, wait a second. Why don't you include this movie? Because if you only watched 15 minutes because it was so fucking bad, why not include it as the worst film? It's a movie. It's called. I actually saw this poster. I was like, okay, this might be a decent slasher film. I'm gonna check this out. This is gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to this. And it looked like it was filmed in somebody's house. And I've only saw a few movies that really did this. Like, okay, we're gonna make a horror film, and we're gonna film it in my house. Not even like paint sets or anything, or put candles up to make it, make it ambient. The first one I ever saw like that is a movie called Gore Whore from the 1990s. The worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. A lot of people, this Last Jedi was the worst movie ever made. Go fuck yourself with the Last Jedi shit. You must have seen The Last Jedi and fucking Citizen Kane. Those are the only two movies you've seen for Last Jedi to be the worst movie of all time. But when I ever hear something like that, I always think, yeah, you haven't seen Gore Whore, so you have not seen the worst movie ever made. But Coffin Tooth, it comes very close to that. It's just, there are just some horrible, horrible films out there, and this is one of them. It's on Shudder. If you guys want to give it a try to see, it wasn't that bad, Englandine. Yeah, okay, but there you go, gang. I know that's not as exciting as some people's list because a lot of people just like to really go after the big guys, and that's it. I watch everything. I figure, you know what? If you can put a movie made for $15 on the best list, you can put it on the worst list, and so I put everything. But there you go. That's my list of the 30. I guess that would be 34 worst films of the year so far. I'm at. I guess I watched maybe 68, 70 films. And I'll do the best tomorrow. I've had fun talking about this, so there you go. I like that poster. Looks very 80s, like a legit 80s movie. Not a lot of movies try to recreate. I agree with you. I think the art of the movie poster has been lost. I actually, by the way, saved a whole bunch of Drew Struzan movie posters because I thought that would make for a great ranking some night. If we could just rank Drew Struzan posters. For those of you who don't know, Drew Struzan is the guy who did like Raiders of the Lost Ark and all that. Some of the more popular painted posters were done by him. Let me see if I can find it. Well, no, I guess here we go. Let's see. Maybe I can find. Say again.
Well, you must had to trudge through a lot of objectively bad movies in order to make that list.
I watch a lot, and I'm willing to watch a lot. Like I like to watch new movies. Recently, just did a let's watch some 80s films, you know. And I mentioned that we're going to be watching. We haven't yet because Gail wasn't home, but we were going to watch some Labyrinth. For those of you who don't know, this is Drew Struzan's work. This is one of them. But yeah, he's a very famous movie poster artist. But for the most part, I watch whatever's new. If it's got a current year on it, I'm deleting pictures while we talk here. There we go. But I used to say my favorite film's the next one. You know, guys scratching up like that. Yeah, that's something I miss from my youth, searching the video rental shelves and seeing all the different covers and movie posters on them. Now they're all photoshopped. It's like, let's put the actor's head here, the actor's head there. There's rarely any art to making movie posters anymore. You used to have all sorts of great pictures. You know, I don't think we're going to get Vertigo anymore, you know, or Anatomy of a Murder, which is from the same artist. You know, we're not going to get the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Star Wars movie poster. And there are some really good movie posters out there.
Well, also the factor where you had with some posters were painted.
Yeah, great stuff. Just you wait, you're going to see a lot more AI movie posters. You know what? I bet they will be more creative than what we're getting, because it really is just cut and paste.
I agree.
AI could do something, you know. Not in my hands, because I suck at doing the AI stuff. But yeah, but I got to tell you, it is a lost art. It is a lost art of making movie posters and such. Yeah, go figure. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the countdown. I'm going to do this tomorrow night as well, and talk about my favorite films of 2026 so far. I'm looking forward to this. I had fun tonight. I don't talk about movies a lot, and I like movies just as much as I love comics. I'm huge into movies.
And yeah, I thought tonight's live stream was gonna talk about what's happening in comics.
Well, yeah, we were gonna start a little earlier. When you didn't show up, I figured I would save the topics for when we start. And yeah, I'll talk about this. You know, so I figured we could save the topics. I like your idea about talking about. You wanted to talk about physical media making a comeback. Especially, I saw on Twitter somebody posted it's in Australia. Gone with the Wind being described as a movie about racism or a racist film. For more information, go to blacklivesmatter.com or something like that.
No.
Yeah.
And also, calling Gone with the Wind a racist movie is bullcrap. Crap on top of it being acidine.
I remember
also,
when
people don't realize if they actually know the history of Gone with the Wind. When like not only is it a timeless classic that even like people of later generations watch, but also Clark Gable, he fought for one of his co-stars because the Oscars refused to not give her an award. And him and the other like other actors, the lead or supporting cast, like they actually protested for her.
Yeah, the Gone with the Wind's a racist movie that just so happened to give the first black woman a Best Actress Oscar.
And it actually speaks against racism.
Yeah. Grand Admiral saying, first of all, everybody hit that like button. That's a good idea. Drop a comment when this is posted as well. And he's saying that, there's actually video stores opening up. There's one here in Muncie. They sell DVDs, but they've got thousands of them. And I thought, why are you not renting? I would post it up. Let's go. Let's rent. The guy though, he smokes so bad. Like he's got a comic book area in his video store, and I go in, and the comics just smell like cigarettes. It's bad. Let's see. I saw Gone with the Wind the first time in theaters a couple of years ago, just after I finished the book. That was a great experience. It really is. It's worth seeing it. Now, a lot of people, that is one of the first films that were actually filmed in like CinemaScope kind of. Yeah. A lot of times when you go see an older film, young people get confused because they have to draw the curtains in because it was more of a ratio where it's taller than wide, and so it really looks like you're going to watch a TV show on a movie screen. I took my friends, we went and saw Casablanca. They had never seen it, and I said, and it was showing at the movie at Universal Studios, and they saw the curtains close in on the image. I had to explain to them the different ratios. What I love about it though is my friend came out going, that movie was amazing. I was like, yeah, I mean, you know, there you go. I told him about the history, how there's a scene where the Germans start up the German anthem, and then the French stand up and they start singing the French anthem, and they overpower the Germans. That scene was filmed on the very day the Germans invaded France. So the French people in that movie who are singing their anthem at these actors dressed like Germans, that's real tears. That's real emotion. Their country was invaded. I told my friend that, and he was just like, that just makes it all better. I mean, Casablanca is one of my favorite films of all time. I got when I bought the DVD, I bought the big ass box set that came with a passport holder, the whole 9 yards. I still have it.
Yeah, I mean, movies like that where, even though I watched them on DVD or even VHS. Well, of a Casablanca and Gone with the Wind.
Very much against racism. Oh, go ahead.
As I was saying, although I watched Casablanca and Gone with the Wind on DVD, like, instead of VHS, because VHS was still active before they got phased out. I wouldn't mind watching like either movie like on screen, like as a re-release to celebrate the anniversary of their release.
Yeah, I would love to see it. I am into, like, AMC started showing big movies like they did Back to the Future. Last year, Jaws ended up being the #2 film of when it came out. Its opening, I thought that was awesome. A freaking 50-year-old movie comes out and it beats all but one other film. I forgot what it was up against. I went and saw that in 3D. I was like, wait, I could see Jaws in 3D? Fuck yeah. You know, I was so, oh my gosh. It's like watching it for the first time. I hadn't seen it on the big screen in 40 years. Wow. And so I recommend whenever you see an older film, because, oh, I got that at home. No, go see it. Go see it on the way it was meant to be seen. I miss Back to the Future. I wish I went and saw it.
It's good. I saw my lady friend and we saw it at my local movie theater, while it was still there, and I want to see that. Both of us like had a great time, and especially for her because she actually hasn't seen Back to the Future in quite a while.
Yeah. Right now, our theater every I think once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, is having a Studio Ghibli film. And like right now, like tomorrow at 7, they're showing My Neighbor Totoro. I am trying to figure a way to get my daughter to see that. It would make us late to pick Gail up if we see it, but I want her to be able to see these on the big screen. She hasn't seen, like, I know when she was little, she saw Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away. But even then, you're like a little kid. Watch it as an adult. Those movies are amazing. Those Ghibli films. Yeah.
But also, I just want to add a follow up to Admiral said. Like Clark Gable, yeah, like he was very much against racism when it was prevalent.
Yeah.
At the same time, he's not the only one like that was against it. If you, I can't say like the men, and like the Dukes brothers, so like from Trading Places, like they're also like among like the golden age of Hollywood, and they too amongst their peers, like they were against racism like back then, and heck, like one of them, like he was uncomfortable of saying Negro, even though like what he actually said, no, because like, he was at that time that he and his peers were against it, but it landed.
Yeah.
But of course, like landed, he was sure that as reassured him that this is only he's only playing a character, so like it would not look like his actual person.
Oh. Oh, excuse me. I do know of the of re-releases. I heard that they're going to re-release the original Star Wars movies for the 50th, and 50th. I am so jazzed for that. Let's bring that.
That would be nice. And at the same time, it would be also it really with the original expanded universe that it will remain the true continuation of Star Wars, because it all started with Splinter of the Mind's Eye, which takes place after Star Wars A New Hope, but before Episode 5. All right, but then afterwards, you have the Thrawn trilogy starting with Heirs of the Empire. And since then like it has been a natural continuation of Star Wars that George Lucas approved of, by the way. And for years we've been wanting these books or comics or even games to be adapted for the big or small screen. We're like, but that didn't happen. And when Disney bought Lucasfilm from him, like they decided to make the expanded universe non-canon. Yet the joke's on them, because they will take the original expanded universe and continue supporting it for like any day of the week, because they'll buy them from mom and pop shops instead of buying and supporting Disney Star Wars.
Yeah, Disney Star, man, they petered out. It's I'm doing a chronological rewatch of the the MCU, and afterwards I'm going to do a chronological rewatch of Star Wars. But that means the first thing out the gate is a TV show I haven't watched yet, and that's The Acolyte. I am not looking forward to it, but I'll do it. That being said, guys, it is 1:23 here in the AM. Go ahead.
Why do you want to torture yourself? Just watch the prequels, then the original, and then start with the real sequel trilogy, the Thrawn trilogy, starting with Heirs of the Empire. You don't need to subject yourself to such torture by Disney Star Wars. Well,
I'm gonna include the Ewok movies too from the 1980s. So yeah, I'm really good. Legacy novel is better than the.
Oh, and Shadow of the Empire.
Okay. But hit the hay. Not the head, the hay. It is 1:23 here, 1:24. So join me tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to talk about the best movies of the year. Bring your lists. I think I'm going to end up with 38, maybe 40 films. Bring your list. I want to know what you guys liked this year, and even if it's obscure stuff, it'd be really cool. With that, thanks for hanging out, and as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
See you all later.